wish Miss Midador would let us help her with her dungeoneering.
I wonder what she's going to dungeoneer next.
Dungeoneering, is that what they're doing? What does that even mean in practice?
I think I'll wait till mid's away to take a tour of her dungeon. Don't want to get
Her dungeon? What did I help come into being?
Blackthorn may be the manliest of men, but it does lack a certain...
Did I just give birth to a new dungeon?
Finally got mid out of your hair, have you? Enjoy the quiet. Doubt it'll last long.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
Well, that wasn't very useful. When he said I'm willing to wait as long as it takes, he meant by standing right behind you, waiting.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Is it now?
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble. It was a pleasure.
Oh, hello.
In hindsight.
Uncle dearest.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favourite uncle is here!
Meanwhile, Twinside.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still,
That boy seems active.
Reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmeks empty their treasuries for us. Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Was Prince Olivier that
Now,
our
let us
brother?
answer the
Like,
question
why are
of
they thanking
precisely
him?
when the Dalmeks
What?
will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance,
Were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time.
That's what you
think. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be
People
built.
can just be bred. Very nice.
The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, your Radiance, I should
Got a
depart
nice
at
burial
once.
flower. Or princess can always be bred.
May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
I too would trust the astrologers.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
That kid is not creepy at all.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
Better go and fetch your uncle then, eh?
The little ones have been up to their old tricks. It's just one thing after another around here.
No, you can't make me. It said it installed, but I haven't restarted the game, so I don't actually know if it's applied or not. I didn't see any way in the menus to confirm. I just have to assume it's actually installed.
Fuck me. Never thought I'd see the day Lord Byron Rotsfield of the Seven High Houses came to tea.
Ah, my dear nephew. How I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts? Or would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist
Or we
trail
could
across
cut
the Velcroy.
straight forward to where
It may well have gone cold by
they were
now,
going,
but as
instead
they
of
say in
following
the
their trail,
Republic,
and save
all
some time on the
roads lead to Drake's
way.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Candlewood on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned.
And also may pick up a few new side quests.
Be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
no, no new side quests. What is this? I've been betrayed.
Ah, my favorite pupil. Lord Byron Rothfield. I heard tell. Why?
Why? Why?
Your nemesis awaits, Clive. You have merely to cross a burning desert, then worm your way into the bowels of an enemy fortress. Best of luck. Here for another of my lectures. What is it that you wish to learn?
I have you now. Is he now? Well, I would guess my stepmother sees her son in him.
Thus ends today's lesson.
Mid's finished outfitting her little workshop, I hear, with a little help. Sid, of course.
Of course. Our new leader's no better at resisting her wheedling than the old one was.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All
It's
I'm
that
after is
simple.
Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I
Might
have
as well
to.
destroy the Mother Crystal while at it. Shouldn't make
Lands
much
around the
difference.
Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalimil, some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalimil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us. I heard they call Rosina the Desert Hare on account of how little escapes her ears. That...
What's wrong, Gav?
It's this gold your uncle gave us. Are you sure it's all right for us to take it?
My uncle isn't easily refused. Especially where dispersing his wealth is concerned.
But 2,000 talents. I don't even know how much that is in Gil.
It's the price of a quayside mansion in the Crystalline Dominion. He sold one to fund our endeavor. He was hoping to part with it anyway, what with war brewing in the region. And, luckily for him, a Sambraquan noble was willing to pay over the odds for a foothold in the Holy Emperor's neighborhood.
But still, 2,000 talents?
I have many talents.
I mean, Is it normal
2000 in fact.
nobles to give away that kind of money?
It's normal for my uncle.
Fuck me. Oh, the other half live here?
Well, now that we've got a few gil to rub together, do you think it'd be all right if I splashed out on a few bottles of Lost Wings finest?
Here, leave some for the rest of us, Otto. If he's filling his cellar, I'm filling our larder, starting with a barrel of the best salt-cured northern salmon.
I'll leave you to decide how best to use it. Just don't spend all at once, all right?
I heard they call Rosina the Desert Hare on account of how little escapes her ears. That and her habit of bolting at the first sign of danger. If you knew Sid was looking for her, she might just be tempting back out.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
Of course, always. It's gonna be a dungeon. I see a bounty, that's interesting. I didn't have any bounties marked on the board, but apparently there is one here. So that's curious. Well, if there's one here, I assume I'll find it when I search the zone.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Fairly wide area.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark them well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
It's a bit different color palette.
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, falling.
Compared to the previous zones, areas, this is seems like it will be fairly fast to explore because there's no like vegetation. You can kind of easily see if there's anything of interest anywhere. What do we have here? A secret zone.
No need to ride from here.
No. Why did I dismount? It's not like this city is still an outdoor area with monsters. Oh yeah, I got the 10 chill. It was all worth it. Here we go. Yay, downgrade, awesome. It was all worth it.
Good girl. Run like the wind. I can't see a thing.
Come, Clive! Let us turn back before we lose our way!
What if I don't want to? I'm sure the bounty is hiding somewhere in the sandstorm.
Straight home now.
Stay down!
why is the ability point gain so pathetic from these battles? Like, I got 6 points for that, like, what the heck? Nothing here, eh? It's disappointing. These things get marked on the map, but that doesn't seem to do anything.
Faster!
Back to the Velcro desert.
Who do you think those soldiers were in the inn?
Friends of friends, I'd wager. Looked very friendly.
I almost accidentally went in the right location already. Can I get out of this plateau somehow? No. Or my allies can go there, but I can't. That's not fair. I guess I must go around then.
Have you lost your way already, my boy? The ruins mark the road to the inn.
He doesn't understand my vision. Oh, what? I thought the objective was marked here, but now it's actually here. Strange. Wild to Nocti.
There she is, the good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
That's very pretty. Love the colors. It looks so awesome. Reminds me of my visit to Turkey. Back when I was a young man. It was also a good taste of things to come. I vividly remember the plus 38 degrees there, which was like so hot. Now we have that every year. No signs of any bounty yet. What is this though? Oh, maybe I found the bounty. Nice. Fast eat the balloon. Fast eat the balloon.
Well, Clyde. Looks like you're gonna need this on.
Not looking too hot. It hits like a truck. That wasn't good enough apparently. Oh, I got so far. I die. Got DMC and flip them out. Easy. Wasn't even close. Indeed.
It should have stayed in its shell. Good girl.
Just... I guess not. Wild enough. I would go for some wild enough. So the main quest marker was here originally, but
soldiers were in the inn.
Then it just moved without me visiting it.
Not that they looked very friendly.
So, Lord Cook has finally made his move.
Yes. I expect that's why there's so many soldiers in town, to deal with any Imperial reprisals.
Looks like there isn't much to do here. Let's go enjoy the harem world then. That's probably a good sign.
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it. And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry
Eating
about
is what
my
we
pal.
do.
He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal?
Would you rather be my squire?
Oh, hello. Looks like there are some familiar people here.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this
They will
chance
meet
and
in
I
the
may
DLC.
never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Of course, I've already played the DLC, so I would know.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Very discreet.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
Well done, Uncle.
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads. But we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
Nice.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Nice. Indeed. Cannot fault him for that. I got their bloody hides.
your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
So pretty, the water.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
It seems slightly unnecessary so that the situation then was resolved.
Clive?
It was not meant to be.
What is it now?
He left the carrots. What a baby.
Nothing. Let's go.
Awesome! I've been waiting. But is it as good as the East Pool?
We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
You liar, I see no side quests. But let's enjoy the local scenery. It looks wonderful. I want to go there.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
Once you go flat, you can never go back.
Fragrant herbs and spices from the breadths of the twins.
True.
My carpets have pride of place in Castle Dasbog. You two.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
Some out-of-towners picked a fight with the guard.
The inn's a mess of blood-soaked splinters, thanks to you. The least you can do is let us clean up in peace. I told the guard those soldiers started it. Don't need any more trouble.
Another fight, is it? Some people can't handle their drink.
Sorry, but the Master's not here at the moment. All orders have to go through him.
It's an extra area I can go research before continuing forward. And that's the most important thing I could be doing.
You see pots like this around town, you leave them alone. Unlike where you come from, fresh water's in short supply around these parts. We store what little rainwater we get in these pots for, well, not a rainy day, but you know what I mean.
Forgive me, my boy, but is this not the way we came?
Drake's
Oh right,
Fang is
I'm
to
still
the
very well
south.
stocked.
'Tis meet that you should wish to explore the world a little, but pray take pity.
No pity. If I can do this without potions, then surely you can handle a bit of extra walking.
Ready, go?
It continues even further away also. No hunts available, good to know. Yes, indeed, yes, indeed.
Time to fight.
I am not sure what I will gain from going all over this area, but I'm sure it will all be worth it. It'll all make sense in the end. Maybe if I were ever to be so lucky. Is it there? Is that my 20 chill? Oh, even better. Desert roses. Those would be worth at least 100 chill. Maybe it does, but I found the exit faster than I found it.
No mistakes.
Yes. What? I didn't see any way past, but it's still on the news. Let's look again. What did I miss? Is there a path here? What? No. Okay. It's a very fake path.
Quietly now.
Yes, yes. That's indeed how I prepare. You got it.
Straight home now.
Turn around, friend. There's nothing back there but a pack of bloodthirsty beasts.
Good girl. Run like the wind.
So far I haven't found the 20 gear yet, but it's been very fulfilling. Well, it was a jolly good time.
All right.
Oh, that's a shame. My dinner wasn't very filling either.
I can walk from here.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
Some out-of-towners picked a fight with a guard, I heard.
Yeah, some fake money.
Let me treat you. I'm pretty flush these days.
Are you now?
I need a drink.
Sure.
Fucking men of the wrong. Anytime they pour their snouts out of Kupka's trough is when they want to lord it over us.
$1,000 for a measly bunch of gazelle greens.
I named my price. If you can't pay it, that's your problem.
It's all the fault of this blasted war. The moment they find out you're from the Empire, they flat out refuse to do business with you.
Won't you come and play, handsome?
How much?
Your arms are like iron. Are all your muscles so hard?
Well, I'd be happy to show you, provided I can afford it.
Plates and pots! Bowls and basins!
It's a secret path, but it doesn't go very far.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Won't ship, no matter how rocky the road.
How about a hot bath to soothe the aches and pains of the road?
Look, Father. Hot water. But where are the bearers who heated it?
It wasn't heated by magic. It comes out of the ground like this.
This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters.
The healing waters indeed,
all
in
under the
onsen.
watchful eye of Lord Kupka.
And I really would like to go to onsen someday at like -5 or even colder with lots of snow. That'd be so cool.
Truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters, and all under the watchful eye of Lord Kupka, who stands ready to crush any threat that might face us.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Delamel is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Light it, for Gilbert's sake. You're a bearer, aren't you? I was a fool to waste good coin on you.
The gate is closed.
All the bloody
By order of
gatekeepers.
Lord Kupka. Any attempt to gain passage to Drake's Fang will be punished with arrest and incarceration.
Are you looking for something in particular? An excellent choice. Here you are. Go with Gilbert. This river runs all the way to the southern seas. They used to load the crystal onto barges and sail it to the villages downstream. Before the canyons were lost to beasts and bandits. When I was a girl, I would wave to the boatmen as they set off on their long journey, and they would throw me sweetmeats in return. Such happy times.
Hello.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Delamel. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Your arms are like iron. Are all your muscles so hard?
Well, I'd be happy to show you.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your... Light it, for Gilbert's
I went in a nice circle.
Anything I can help you with, travelers? Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamel's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
really was not really the most helpful advice.
You wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you? No. I can't say I do. Well, thank you all the same. Dalamil is famous for its spas, its markets, and its smithies. Somebody at one of those might be able to help.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Well, it's not like we've got a reason to. Whatever this emergency is, they've shut down the whole mine for it.
It's the secret treasure. Almost blinding the white. Bizardo. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask Ferda. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly.
Ask for Ferda at the baths. If this woman you're looking for is still around, I'll know where to find her.
Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Ferda knows.
Wait, incense! What?
Is it time for the bath episode finally?
Excuse me. Are you Ferda?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction. I know who you're looking for. Go to the bordello and wait there.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think he trusts us.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around?
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Bested.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Furder?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the Men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Sure, I'm always hype.
You have passed the test, Sid. Off you go now. Rosina Dalimil awaits.
Kneaded to a silken softness, like eating a cloud with a
Juiciest meat
crust.
from greens.
Yes, they're quite sought after.
Is this the place?
Ubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalimil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second.
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you,
Nothing
I
exactly
do
what you have.
nothing. I'm
I
not
have
in the
everything.
business of helping every lost puppy that
I
wanders
have
in
the
off
power.
the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So,
You think some guards can stop
what
us?
do we need to do?
We are a
earn your
force of
trust?
nature. Maybe a few side quests.
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants.
Yes, a very punchable face.
Men like you have a special place in my heart.
And men like you have a special place in
Why,
hell.
you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're gonna listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle. I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
He's not Sid. He can't be. What? Are you calling Master Lubor a liar?
Okay, give me a break. I'll start up a sauna and eat some quick snack. Be back in a few minutes.
He's not Sid. He can't be. What? Are you calling Master Lubor a liar?
He's not Sid. He can't be. What? Are you calling Master Lubor a liar? He's not Sid. He can't be. What? Are you calling Master Lubor a liar?
Back with some water. I hope these guys have been enjoying my interruption. They don't seem to be talking much for some reason. Follow the crystals, you say? I don't think the crystals are moving much, so... Thank you. Oh, I'm still in terrible health. I guess I should use some potions.
Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
They're not caring.
I needed that. I needed that.
Why is the tavern shut? A deposit? For what?
Information. Take a sniff, good sir.
Light meat and dark, fresh from the grill.
from
Get
the
it
oven.
while it's hot.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me.
This
What can I do for you, soldier?
biscuit I had actually
Need that
tastes
sword
terrible.
polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Like it's supposed to be chocolate flavored, but
I
just
serve the
tastes
men
like
of the rock
crap.
and the men of the rock only.
Unlike the one that was cinnamon bun flavored, it actually tastes awesome.
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some poor man when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off. Do you think they'll be better?
But it's gonna keep me going for a while anyway. What have we told this guy?
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer. I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
The men of the Rock are Lord Cook's private guard. He must be a generous man. The amount they spend when they come calling.
My carpets have pride of place.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture.
The one who gave me a ton, fat wad of cash.
Already?
I'm looking for my
Maybe
pal.
change your tune a bit,
Have you seen him?
lady.
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
The inn's a mess of blood-soaked splinters, thanks to you. The least you can do is let us...
Does he have some company?
I told the gargoyle soldiers started.
Huh?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle? Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
All the way back there.
The inn's a mess of blood-soaked splinters, thanks to you. Let us clean up in peace.
Not here. Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
Fly! Fly! You can fly! Oh, I see.
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
I feel almost bad for swindling them.
They're not here to do business.
They were actually ready to do business instead of just like taking our money, unlike the villains usually do. They're just trying to make a living. Yeah. Just another bunch of cheap spawns.
I'm just getting warmed up.
But because they disrupt the free flow of capital, they're not dying. Capitalism flow. bandits. And then killing their mounts as well. For goodness well. Especially the Trico boys.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Maybe he shouldn't be advertising his connection to the rebels.
Here, wear this. Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Sure. I'm just surprised he's managed to stay above the water all this time. Supporting rebels and everything. In a very hostile environment.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
You wish to talk? I'm honored. You and I... What? Alas. Still? Ours is a blessed corner of the Velcroy. At least they did. So... how very fitting. Of course, there's simply no other way.
There's no other way. I'm surprised he would jump to that.
Best of luck.
Finally, what we have been waiting for.
Never even forged a button.
This time.
Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I. Oh, wait. Are you Clive? Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type.
Finally, we can continue with the main quest.
Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or pack my bags.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
I can even stay here and work for a few months if you need some help.
Good question.
We are in no rush for anything important.
I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalamil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? Well, there's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we?
Please teach me what a carving knife is.
You speak to the
Very
butcher
important quests.
and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
How did they come up with these amazing quests?
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I'd better get to it.
Is it true what I'm hearing? The men of the rock crystals for themselves?
Would certainly explain why we haven't been getting our fair share of late.
The most fragrant herbs and spices from the breadth of...
Welcome, sir.
Pressure.
What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
Put a knife with an edge like Odin's razor in my hand, and I'll make short work of it any time.
Lights and buds!
The baths are, closed for scrubbing.
You don't sound very sure what's going on here.
All those years of toil, every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalimil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dustmoth Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
All right. I'll go and take a look.
Wonderful. It's not far. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulfur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake. In all my years tending the baths, I've never known anything like this to happen. Please, find out what's gone wrong.
The baths are, closed.
They've opened the gate.
Lubor was true
I
to
see
his
some
word.
bombs. Oh, they opened the gates indeed.
Well, we can make our way back to the Fang now, at least.
Yeah, but
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Don't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh?
So we got the amazing insight of sharp and durable.
So,
who could have
carving
thought?
knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation.
Indeed.
Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Can't you see I'm busy?
We should get going soon.
What do you want? Directions? Either take this road to the Fang. Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Talmeki and Waloed are allies, and as you've seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard
Love
is
the mines.
lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another,
people will start to think me careless. I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Oh, that's amazing. Mines could indeed be dungeons, and dungeons could be mines. This could also be a dungeon. Or a mine.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
Don't tell me you down roots.
Do? Trader, are you? Seeking your fortune down in the golden sands of Dalamil? From mercantile stock myself, as it happens. You'd never guess, I was born just down the road in Dravost. And like me old ma and pa, I've been wandering the world hunting Gilbard's blessing ever since. Reckon I might have found it, too. You've heard about the famous healing waters they got round these parts, right? Well, I'm thinking, if I can find a little pool of my own, dress it up a bit, lay on drinks and fancies and whatnot, I'd have a license to mint Gil. Soothing your aches and pains with a grape in your gob and a glass in your hand.
Sounds good.
There's nothing people wouldn't pay.
He's gonna start a ryokan.
What the hell are those things?
Are you now? Congratulations. I knew you had it in you.
Broken down, you say? From the weight of its load?
Aye. The guards are furious about it. You do well to steer clear.
Well, if it's blocking the road, it'd be a wasted journey anyway.
Something awful's taken up residence in the springs. You'll turn back if you know what's good for you.
Why you better? Changing room. I'm not sure why you would need one. I guess the idea is that people would be like swimming here, but I guess it's like an outdoor onsen, like that's the concept. So, like Japan has those. I don't think we have ever been to one, come to think of it, but they are around. Like it's completely unmanned public onsens in the middle of the nature, so they just have some small dressing room.
By the flames. That explains the heat.
Yeah. Have my big lungs trip out of Tokyo. Yes, indeed. I don't think there's any plans beyond that. gonna take up a lot of my trip. Which of course is the point I'm even going there in the spring, so it only makes sense.
Out of the frying pan.
Yeah, visiting one of these wild functions like this would be pretty cool sometime. Oh, hello, Reno. Nice to see you here. Happy New Year. How are you doing?
That's better.
I finished taking the tool area. I guess I did. Yeah, long time no see. Doing good. I was just actually discussing my next trip to Japan in the spring.
What you did to those devils down there.
No, I'm back in Finland at the moment. I will be visiting Tokyo again in March, so not that far away. What about you? Still having fun in Canada?
Broken down, you say? From the weight of its load?
Aye. The guards are furious about it. You do well to steer clear.
This is no good. I was hoping to get out.
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or?
Well, it's good that you're getting adjusted for the iPad. Yeah, that's you. You still need to finish Queensdale.
But I don't see how that relates.
It's just gonna take some setup to somehow do that remotely.
I didn't have much luck either.
I think it would be doable, just need some thought put into it.
Knives to be light. Too heavy, and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better
Some web camera setup.
Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalamil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light. Meaning someone is going to be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor.
No one actually said it has to be light.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
All the way back there, sure. Let's ride. Wait, where's the tool?
Good girl.
Faster!
Overall, I like it a lot. The side quests are like... they're not great. It would be way better without all this side quest stuff. Like, when the story is going, it's great, graphics are awesome, cutscenes are cool, story is interesting enough.
Thanks,
but it does have pacing issues with all this extra content. Have you played it?
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
Oh, you missed platinum. Wow, nice. I'm not planning that, but yeah, that's cool.
Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
But like, all the main story stuff is like very cool. The cutscenes are amazing and
what he'll expect
so
you
on.
to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for
And all
a
the
carving
character
knife.
models are great. I think
Perhaps
this
his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle.
is probably one of the prettiest games I've seen.
You're using? Then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits.
I haven't even looked at the trophies, I don't want to know.
It can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me, but...
The limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the
like,
answer to Lubor's little riddle.
especially when I was doing the whole prologue until the Sid's hideout, I was like, this doesn't really feel like Final Fantasy at all, and I was totally fine with that. After that, it's gotten a bit more mainstream, especially with all the side quests and monster hunting and stuff like that. It's... I was still commenting like it's not really a Final Fantasy game. Doesn't really feel like it.
Cook has finally made his move.
And there was some discussion that maybe it wasn't originally planned to be a Final Fantasy game at all. Well, I guess I'll just warp instead.
This is no good. I was hoping to get out of the heat for a little while.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpets.
Take a sniff, good sir.
Right.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Yeah, have a taste.
Plates and pots! There he is. The man who said... I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
In 3 days, wow.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though.
That feels surprisingly fast, actually.
That's something new to worry about. But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Here, a small something by way of thanks. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck, the day might yet be salvaged.
That's the best way to play, I just want to go through it.
It's just as well I sent you to the terraces in my stead.
Have you played the DLC that's out?
Been burnt to a crisp.
Hanging lanterns, keep it up.
I see.
Well, we can make our way back to the Fang now, please.
We should get going soon. Do you have
Fair enough. Yeah, like, I don't like this method of dropping story content afterwards, really. Like, I got the DLC that's out now, because I can play it while I'm playing the game normally, but I wouldn't want to like replay the game to play another DLC later.
Hopefully this is what Seven needs.
So I probably won't get the other DLC.
Sweet incense. What candle? Just look at the detail.
Light meat and dark, fresh from the grill.
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
Yeah, exactly.
You are one of the good ones, you know that? You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching that one.
They did that in Final Fantasy 15 as well. Final Fantasy 7 remake was basically fine in that regard.
We were hoping for.
And I hope Rebirth will be as well. I really don't like these content drops. Sometime later.
That'll do, I reckon. A knife
That
forged
looks
from
kinda cool.
the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
Yeah, I really like Final Fantasy. I just played the Integrate DLC thing earlier.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we?
I did Platinum Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and I would have Platinumed Integrate as well, but it had to do the worst possible thing and put one of the Integrate achievements into the main game.
But what
Like,
do you think?
that's so bad. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. It was terrible. It was like I tried the boss and it was the worst gimmick boss ever. And it was like, nope, I'm out of here. Even though I had done all the other trophies.
You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative.
Like, it's been years since I actually played the remake itself, so I don't remember how the characters play at all. And then they are the most gimmicky super boss into the main game that you have to play with those characters. It's so stupid.
Heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? Hmm? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalimil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava: know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. But only just.
But not long until Rebirth comes out. That should be a super good time. Although I don't think I'll have time to actually finish that.
I will. Thank you.
You probably don't need to. I don't think it has any super important story content, but it's quite fun. I can recommend playing it.
I do what I always do. Ask who it's for.
It's pretty fast, like, apart from doing the platinum stuff, which in the end, at least for me, was kind of pointless because I didn't get platinum anyway. It wouldn't take many hours to complete. Yeah, pretty much.
It cost an absolute fortune.
It has a few extra scenes that show like the main cast and stuff going on with the Avalanche, so it's kind of interesting.
Congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much
and because it's completely separate, it's not really any problem to play it separately. But I would recommend playing it before the main game if you can.
Anything much at all.
I mean, before Rebirth.
I had you run around for no good reason.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
If you don't have Integrate, you can actually get it for free if you pre-order Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, in case you didn't know.
Ever seen.
That's what I did.
Thank you, Clive. I honestly don't think I could have done it without all your help.
I hear you and the Master are working together now. Glad to have you on board.
Is it true? What I'm hearing? The men of the rock were carting off our crystals for themselves?
And it's been interesting to compare like the Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate to Final Fantasy 16. Like when I played Integrate, it was like super pretty after playing the PS4 version earlier. But I think this is actually even better looking, so that makes me even more hyped for Rebirth, which has been like made for PS5 to begin with. So it should look amazing. I didn't even know that, but that's cool, I guess.
The finest fabric!
It was kneaded to a silken softness, like eating a cloud with a crust.
Oh, thanks for stopping by. It was nice seeing you. It's been too long. Have fun at work.
Well, we can make our way back to the Fang now, at least.
You're a friend of Lubor's, aren't you? Everyone's getting their crystals.
Bye.
That's what you're worried about. So.
Going soon.
Let's go.
Now I'm done with the fun stuff again, and it's back to the boring main story. Like, who cares about that? Must unlock more side quests. One can only hope.
Get that damned wagon fixed! Unless you'd rather our men in Dalimil starved.
The axle's gone, Captain. There's nothing I can do.
Joo. Joo obelisk.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know. Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.
Kupka. That's a pretty cool formation. I want to stare at it more. I don't know, my vision is slightly blocked. This kind of reminds me of some of the scenery I saw in Croatia. But our uncle Byron, was it? He's pretty great. He hasn't been in the story a lot, but when he's actually in the story. I like Jill, who is in the story a lot, but even when she's not really in the story. Oh, that's pretty cool. Trying to eat with fake hands.
Fuck! What have they stored? What has that gutter rat done to me? Out of my sight, witch! I'll kill you, Rosfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
This again.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you
You
hadn't interfered,
humiliate me.
he would be dead.
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust.
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just tell me.
The heart.
What of it?
A Mother Crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo?
He's quite the prick, isn't he?
Clive Rosfield stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did. Benedicta. Benedict. I'll do it. My love. I'll avenge you.
Run along now, Hugo. Arthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
Could this be a mine? Ooh, pipe. What is that? Oh, I guess those are finally the orcs we heard about very early in the game. Looks like they eat people. I didn't expect that.
Orcs. Did the royalists bring them from Ash?
Star Trek Into the Darkness. Be right back, Toire. has returned. Got about another half an hour in me before it's time to call it. So maybe I can get through this dungeon in that time.
Part of the Waluda army now. How the hell did that happen? They've spotted us. With me, So much for the men of the Rock. Dalmekia's finest.
Just how bad are these soldiers that they can't kill even like a single orc? Like, these are like soldiers and I don't see a single orc corpse. Really? Potion. Where did we come from? If we come from here. No, I guess this is the correct way, so where did it come from? I guess we just came through the door and closed behind us. Okay, sure.
Won't be going any further this way. Stairs. This must be the way out. Time to fight.
What's this? It's a big guy.
I won't be sneaking past this one. How did it get in here?
Teleport, that one's fair.
Nice try.
You have slain. Crystals.
By the flames. Come on, Torgal. Kupka never did do things by halves. As if taking the mother crystal for his own wasn't enough. He had to build his castle in it.
Interesting balance-wise. nice visuals. Especially in the dusk. Could there be a boss battle here? Probably not.
Let the trial begin.
Final was Spirit Chicken. And final is Spirit Chicken. For once the Karuna moveset was actually kind of useful. He had like only low attacks. You have passed the first trial.
Seems we're expected.
So this is the power of Mythos.
Power of Minton. 100 gil, like, wow. That's a fortune. It feels like the team that added all the rewards for like the maps didn't get the memo about how they decided to like scale up the prices of everything in the game. So the digits are all wrong. They thought, oh, this 10 gil is actually gonna be very useful for the player.
What the hell is going on? Are these things here for me? Or for him?
Wow, that's an insane amount. $1,600, you can like buy a few potions with that. That's crazy. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh no, it's another random stuff. Sure. I see how to catch that kind of stuff. I just smash. Full smash.
First orcs, now these nightmares. Is this your doing, Ultima? You've been busy, Kupka.
I don't know, is it?
But where did you go?
Maybe he's under the bed.
The heart. He's in the sanctuary. I can feel it. Come on, Toggle.
The flavor of those.
Just what I needed.
More than that one.
That better be the last of them.
Tell me about it.
Benedicta, my everything. I've missed you so much. Kuka!
Ooh,
I
naked.
swear to you, my love. We will never be parted again.
What's wrong with him?
You got away from her. Benedicta! I'll kill you, Roswell!
Oh shit, he's priming. Not now. Come on. Find him. You've done this before. You can do it again. Let the flames burn within you.
Now it can't be hyped that you said that.
Burn without.
Come to me,
Once again. Confusing. So many people in cloaks with firepower. That looks cool. The design so good. On the balls, hit him on the balls. Good lead spot. His brain is in his balls. That's it. Just don't put there. Man, the visuals in all of these Taken fights are so cool.
But if you can do it, then so could I!
I've learned to explore. Okay, sure. Have I learned it? How do I use it? A stone's throw away. R2 square. Okay.
Let's give this a try.
I'm Am I aiming for the red or the yellow one there? The previous one it was red, but that one only had a small yellow bar, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure. The bar is very confusing. Maybe I get my first shot on my cooldown ability. Probably get another one later on. Just eat it. Second phase. Or third phase, I got picked up. Ah, this looks so cool. Even a big shot like that, all the crowd looked so detailed. Okay. So the Titan turned into a Godzilla. Even bigger. Nice. What the heck is this? What is this? It's like 300 meters tall. Yes. What is this? It's insane. I certainly didn't expect him to get even bigger. And I think my 300 meter was a gross underestimate. He's like a kilometer tall, like what the heck. By accident instead of Aron. First time in the whole game failing one of these cinematic quick time runs. Titan lost.
I've got you now.
Do I really? How do I now fight this game? Go down fast. I get this taking some damage. Let's stay loaded. Oh yeah, I had a way to heal as well, I just remembered. casting after doing too much damage. Yes. It's hard to stop this with something like a visually cool fight. Cutting off his hands again. Oh.
Your time.
Oh, the game's over. Faster than I expected. 2.7 million damage. It's not over before it's over. So if I was to somehow break that or avoid it, but I need to have room to avoid it. It doesn't cool down. I also like to go berserk. Hellfire time soon. Okay. Let's become mountain then. You weren't kidding about it being a pretty cool fight. Good to you. Hello, Hugo.
Is that you, Ultima? What do you want?
Your soul is tainted with worthless human will, yet your thirst for power remains undiminished. With every sip you take, you grow in strength, and soon you shall achieve perfection.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will accept us, Mythos. It is inevitable. You were created for this purpose, and you shall serve it.
Never!
Fight it, Clive! Don't let him in!
Consciousness. We see now. Human will is so insubstantial it cannot exist in isolation. You mitigate its weakness by interweaving it with your consciousness. We believed we had merely to purge you of your will to claim our vessel. It appears we first have to sever every thread of the consciousness that supports it. No matter. The time to build a new world is not yet upon us. We will contemplate.
Thank you, Joshua.
One can no more command the power of ether by drowning in its flood than one can constrain the tides by standing in the sea. I had thought Hugo wiser than this, but it seems his head was
How do you know? It seems you didn't think much of his intelligence.
Titan was strong.
Your Majesty.
But Mythos is stronger. For 5 years, that man lived only for revenge. Clinging fast to a fiction, even as it swept him into the abyss. One cannot change one's nature through force of will alone. Only the Almighty can do that.
Hugo Kupka, the man who gave his life for a woman's head. A fool like all the rest.
The death of a mother crystal should be so beautiful.
Yeah, it is very beautiful. Can't deny that. Although I wouldn't want that in my eyes, I guess. Seems like floating piece of glass.
Some
So,
medicine, my lord.
once I get out this girl again. Once I get a break from the cutscenes, that will be my cue to stop.
Stop bothering me, urchin, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
You must consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dalmex at bay, you may trust in your dragoons. I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dalmex suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope. Forgive me, Terence. Would that you were my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
I was trying to think of who this prince reminds me of, like, setting-wise, conceptually. Now I remember, I think it was the guy in Lord of the Rings, the Mad King's son, who the king, like, sends to his death because he's just thinking of his older brother.
Should the Council's brazen maneuver
Yes, kind of the same aura. And I guess they were both princes as well.
A new assault. Our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the central aisles, but not in time to prevent
like
their
Boromir
forces
or
from
something.
breaching the southern defenses and storming
Can't
Twin
quite remember his name for sure.
And so the capital would become a battlefield.
Not Boromir,
Thousands of innocents
but
would
his
die.
brother.
I cannot allow that to happen.
There is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
Would that I could avoid doing battle at all.
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
What is it?
Olivier has been made Emperor.
That half-wit boy.
What is the meaning of this?
Good question.
My father's orders. What were they? Quickly!
Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and...
Well, we should have made that proclamation after he's been killed in battle or something.
Yes, my prince.
I must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
What is it now?
Oh, hello.
Forgive the intrusion, Your Highness.
I know you. At ease. We stand in the presence of the Phoenix. You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the Remembrance ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
Finally, we will be done with all the boring stuff and can get back to what really matters. More side quests.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
Alright, that was some good progress. I didn't think I would actually finish the Titan tonight, but it has been done. All of that cutscene stuff is so... it's so good, and then we'll be like back to like talking to random NPCs and fetching water for them. But yeah, see you later. Bye bye.